Welcome to Layn Turo University. My name is Conrad. Layn, I'm going to share how to negotiate and buy a car and get it for a great rate from a private seller. Again, this is not a low ball offer strategy. This is a strategy on how to articulate and get the best price possible from a private seller by using actual information, logic, and reason. Low ballers are people that just want to, they see a price and they say $20,000, they see the car's $20,000, they say, I'll give you $5,000. That's a low baller. What I'm teaching is how to actually systematically and strategically use the systems that are put in place to get the best rate possible. The way you go about doing that is, first and foremost, always when you see, if you're using Craigslist, if it's someone you know, it could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be your best friend. If they have a car for sale, you meet someone in person or online, first and foremost, you contact them. You always make sure you first go to the scene. If you can, get an OBD2 tracker. If for those that don't know what that is, it allows you to actually test the car and see what signals come up. But oftentimes people that have bad cars might try to clean the signals. So what I recommend is, if you do that, you always drive the car. After a certain amount of time, those signals usually come back up. But even if you don't have an OBD2 tracker, that's fine. You don't even need that. All you have to do is simply this, and a lot of people forget to do this. When someone's selling a car, you take it to the affiliated dealership, meaning if you have a Nissan car that you want to buy, take it to a Nissan dealership. If you have a Mercedes, take it to a Mercedes dealership. If you have a Honda, take it to a Honda dealership. I don't care what the year, make, and model is, take it to the affiliated dealership. And then what you can do there is, typically they might have a record list, a catalog from wherever they have service or haven't had service at, and that's proof that you have. Now you can see if the car's been taken care of, if it's been maintained, have them print it and give it to you for free. Usually they give it to you, and then you use that and you show, hey, this car hasn't got checked. I understand maybe it doesn't show it's checked with this company. Where's your records at? Do you have your Jiffy Lube receipts? Do you have your oil change receipts? Do you have proof that you got oil changes done? You start going through and finding actual information to use to bring down the price. First. Second, you get the car. Most dealerships that are affiliated give you a free inspection. Example, it's either called a visual inspection, a free inspection, a confirmation inspection. They have a lot of different names, but the goal is go in and ask for a free inspection to get the car inspected. If they have that, get it. If they have that, or if it's limited and still doesn't give you enough information, you might have to pay for it. This is where you start negotiating that into the price. For example, say the car is $10,000. The price doesn't matter, it's the percentages that matter. Then you say, hey, you know what? You're selling this car for $10,000 or $20,000. I'm going to pay to get this inspected. I'm going to deduct this from the price. Now you just brought the price down. Either A, say, hey, can you pay for an inspection? If they say yes, let them take care of it. If they say no, say, hey, I'm going to pay for this. I'm a serious buyer. It'll come out of my pocket, but I want to deduct this from the price. If they say yes, you just negotiate the price down. Say the inspection is $100. You just deduct the $10,000 or the $20,000 car. You take off $100, and now it's at $9,900 or $19,900, whatever the price is. Now you took it off. And if they say no, you buy it anyway because you want peace of mind. Maybe you know it's still a good deal, you still buy it, but in the back of your head, you try to figure out ways to actually recoup that. The goal is this: whatever you have to pay for, try to negotiate that from the price, and then show the receipts and proof and why you're doing it so that you don't come off as a low baller. Next step, after you get the inspection, if it shows that the car is perfect, you're good to go. If it shows that the car is not perfect, then you say, hey, this car needs new air filters, or hey, this car has an issue here. Hey, the tread's really low on this tire. This tire actually has really low tread. What's going on with it? At that point, what you have to do is say, hey, I'm okay with that, but I want to deduct the price. You could go around town, get receipts, or if you already know how much tires cost or know how much whatever you need to fix costs, you just say, I'll deduct that off. And if you need to get them a receipt, get them a receipt. Maybe go to a place and get a quote and say, hey, look, these 4 tires will cost $600. Your tires are all bald. If I buy a car from you, I don't feel safe even driving this car away from here. I need new tires on these. They say, okay, you know what? I don't have to pay for it. Great. If they say, I'll take care of it, let them take care of it. Make sure the tires have proper tread. Great. They keep the price the same. Maybe they prefer, maybe have wheels laying around, maybe they have a place they can go to, maybe they can tell you where to go to. And if not, if they say, no, I'm not going to get any change, and they're not going to take you up on your offer, they're not going to deduct the price at all. If it's that much good of a deal, you might have to take it. But again, you keep that in your mind. Okay, they weren't really budging. Okay, but you mark what's wrong with the car. Then at that point, you just start making a log of everything that's wrong with the car. And again, if the car is perfect, if it's at a good rate, then you're good to go. Next, if you go online, go on KBB, Kelly Blue Book, or online, Craigslist, whatever, compare cars online and see what the price is for that year, make a model with that specified amount of mileage. And you figure out, there you compare at least minimum 3 different cars, at least 10 to 20, I would say, but at bare minimum, 3 cars that are exactly like the car you want to buy, that are similar. and see if you're getting a good rate. If your car's the lowest, then you got a good rate. You can still try to go down, but at least you know you have peace of mind. But if it's way higher than this, then you take a picture of that, or you print it out and say, hey, yours is overpriced. It's nothing different with a home. If a home is, say, in a $1 million mark, and if someone's trying to sell for 1.5 in a market, you're not going to sell the house typically because it's overpriced. Same thing with cars. Just because someone overvalues their car, a lot of people have a habit of overvaluing when it's theirs, but when they want to buy, they want to devalue something at a critical rate. So you show proof though. That's how you separate yourself from being a low baller. Next step, you go to Google, go to your search engine, whatever, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and you go and you type in rideshare mechanic. Rideshare Mechanic is a company that works with Turo and works with HyreCar and a lot of different other platforms. They specialize in making sure vehicles are safe for rental car purposes and fleet sharing. And what they do is they'll test the tread, and it takes less than 15 minutes typically. I've used them plenty of times. They're a phenomenal service. And what the cool thing about this, you don't pay until the car passes. So basically they will inspect your car. It's a digital inspection from anywhere. You just take pictures of the car, record a few videos, send it to them. They'll review it within 15 minutes. And if it passes, voila. And then you pay for it. You can negotiate that too. And again, if the owner doesn't take that, then hey, you just keep that. If you have that good of a car, sometimes you just have to pay. You get it at such a discount, even if the owner doesn't want to budge, use that and say, hey, I'm paying such a low, say you have a car that's worth $10,000, but you're buying it for $5,000. You're like, hey, give it to me for $4,000. They're probably not going to give it to you. If they do, great. Doesn't hurt to ask. But if they don't, say, hey, everything I paid so far, the car's still cheaper than what it would cost because, yeah, I paid maybe $1,000, $2,000 in inspections, getting tires, etc., getting a car with code, and also getting oil changes. But guess what? The car's still cheaper. I may pay $1,000 or $2,000. That's max of $7,000. The car's still worth $10,000. At that point, that's where you have to ask a question yourself and know that you have a good deal and take it. If you go back and forth and you have a good deal and you're not aware that you have a good deal, you could lose it. Someone else will get it and you'll regret it later on. That's how a novice does it. That's how someone who lacks experience and strategy and wisdom. Always know how much the car is actually worth, so you know if you're getting a good deal or not. And if the person's not budging, if they do budge, great. But if they'll not go down in price, but you still get a good rate, but buy the darn car if you did your math. Next, what you have to do, always down to the math. And then, like I said before, the free inspection, the rideshare mechanic, make sure you use Carfax, make sure to use Kelley Blue Book, go online, look at how much the car is actually worth, and then make sure you have proof or show pictures of the proof showing that you found other cars that are lower or for the same price. And then anything you're going to buy to the car due to the owner's negligence, may not repairing or getting oil changes, you deduct that from the negotiating price. If they say yes or no, great. If they say no, it is what it is. But if it's a great rate, you might still want to get the car. And that's the basics of negotiating with a private seller. There's much more. I can go a lot deeper if I want to. This is already going on 10 minutes. I want to go any longer. Anyways, follow me on YouTube at Conrad Layn. Follow me on TikTok at Conrad Layn. Instagram Conrad Layn. Follow my website through. It goes directly to my YouTube page. If you're already on my YouTube page, subscribe to the channel, like and love this video, and share this video, and join my membership and also become a Layn member. And if you don't become a Layn member, I have thousands of videos that go into deep detail on how to succeed or 6 ways with Turo. Love you guys. Like, subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram, Conrad Layn. Conrad Layn out. Peace.